Hi, this is Heidi, and you're listening to Origin Point, a podcast dedicated to the stories of our beginnings.
So what is Origin Point, Heidi?
Origin point is essentially a definition of a starting place. Or if you're thinking about a timeline, it is your first year or your first thought. When you were born, it's the 0 point on an x-axis. For the podcast, Origin Point really is about the beginning of a journey.
It's where it all starts.
I think it also is a place where that passion then develops into a career or a future goal. How did Origin Point podcast originate?
Being curious about how some of the people who inspire us and how they got started, also the people around us and how they got started in their vocation. Just the curiosity of how someone comes in contact with something that they're so passionate about.
A lot of people that go to college, they have a certain idea of what they're going to do. And then there's a flash pan experience where they walk into a classroom and they get invited into a whole new world they never knew existed. And suddenly they're transformed into this new person.
It's a drastic trajectory change.
Yeah, it is.
Some of the goals for this podcast would be just to find different vocations and how different people got started in those vocations, where they were introduced to it, what got them excited about it, how they maintained interest in it, and how they were able to either turn that into a profession or a passion on the side that they still today use all the time.
I would say the goals of the podcast are to introduce the audience to ways of thinking or careers that they never knew existed and paths that they never knew that they could take. Whether they are just starting out as an individual looking to see what they want to do from after high school or after college, or they are a retiring professional deciding that they want to try something new in life.
We're interested in talking to anyone who is very passionate about their vocation and who is interested in passing their experience along to others. And whether that's an audience of 1 or 100,000, it doesn't really matter as long as they are interested in sharing their point in time when the idea was implanted in them and the inspiration kicked in.
We're talking to musicians, inventors, content creators, writers, printmakers, artists, hobbyists, just about anyone with an interesting story to tell. If you're interested in the stories of the people who are around you,
or around the world,
then we've got the podcast for you. Tune into our podcast bi-weekly with downloads available on SoundCloud, our website,
stream it on YouTube, iTunes, or Google Play.